The legend of the 47 Ronin is one of the stories of feudal Japan that provides a glimpse into the samurai code and the strict rules they must obey. The incident takes place in the 1700s during the Edo period in Japan. The Tokugawa shogunate ruled over Japan through the use of the samurais. Samurais are soldiers who were retainers to the lords of feudal Japan called daimyo. They were to obey their masters without question, and a masterless samurai was called a Ronin, which usually happened after the master's death. Among the lords of the empire were Asano Naganori of Ako and Kamei Sama of Tumano. In 1701, Asano and Kamei were brought to modern-day Tokyo to serve the shogunate. During their stay, they were under Kira Yoshinaka, a powerful but corrupt court official responsible for teaching them the etiquette of the shogunate. Asano and Kamei provided gifts to Kira as a sign of gratitude, but the greedy official found it meager. And Kira was not one to let this go. He made it a habit to insult and humiliate the two lords whenever he got a chance. He did not discriminate in defaming them, whether it was in private or in front of other lords and officials. At first, Kamei loses his patience and expresses his desire to kill Kira to Asano. But Asano did not want to betray the samurai code and advised Kamei to endure the abuse. Burdened by the predicament of their lord, Kamei's subjects secretly paid Kira a handsome amount to please him, and Kira began to treat Kamei with respect. But the torment of Asano continued day and night. One fateful day, Kira called Asano a country bumpkin without manners, in front of everyone in the main hall. This was the tipping point for Asano. The respected lord of Ako could not bear his insult in front of the other dignitaries. In an impulse of rage, he drew his sword and went to stab Kira in the shogun's palace. Kira survived this attack, but Asano's act of attacking an unarmed official within the shogun's residence was a grave offense. As a punishment for his defiance, Asano was sentenced to seppuku, a Japanese ritual in which a samurai kills himself by stabbing himself in the belly. He was given seppuku as a punishment because he was the respected lord of Ako, and death by seppuku is seen as an honorable way to die. His lands were taken by shogunate, and 320 samurais under him were left masterless, becoming Ronin. The injustice done to his former master was unbearable to Uishi Kuranosuke, and he wanted revenge. He assembled the remaining loyal Ronin, 47 to be exact, and they secretly planned to avenge their master by killing Kira. For almost a year, Oishi and the Ronin maintained the facade of accepting their fate and giving up on their master. Oishi even went so far as to visit brothels and taverns frequently, and to be drunk most of the time, to throw off any suspicion that they were planning revenge. Kira was no fool. He was aware of such a retribution, so he doubled his security and fortified his home. The Ronin then patiently waited, looking for a chance, waiting out Kira's alertness. The Ronin also tried to infiltrate the mansion, taking menial jobs. One Ronin married a woman from the family that built Kira's fortress and smuggled in the blueprints of his residence. Oishi separated from his wife and sent his family away for their safety. But his eldest son stood by him and wanted revenge for Asano. On a snowy night in December 1702, the Ronin put their plan into action. They sent one of the 47 Ronin back to Ako to tell their tale. The remaining 46 warned the neighbors about the fighting that was about to take place, and they surrounded Kira's mansion armed with swords. Some then scaled the walls of the mansion discreetly, taking out the night guards. They split into two groups and stormed Kira's mansion, one from the front and the other from the rear. Despite being heavily outnumbered, the Ronin fought bravely and efficiently. Kira, wearing his undergarments, hides in a storage shed. The Ronin, after hours of searching, finally discovered the official shivering in the shed. Recognizing him by the scar left by Asano, Oishi dropped to his knees and gave Kira the same sword that killed Asano. Kira shivered in the presence of the Ronin. Kira never dared to kill himself honorably as Asano. Oishi beheaded Kira in front of the other Ronin. The Ronin then marched to Asano's grave at Sengakuji Temple, where they presented Kira's head as an offering to their fallen lord. They turned themselves into the shogunate. While the Ronin had broken the law, their loyalty and bravery were admired. After much discussion, the officials punished the Ronin to commit seppuku, which they obeyed on March 20, 1703. The legend of the 47 Ronin is not just a story. It's a testimony to the samurai code of Bushido.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to get more content like this.